Right golfers, I've got a fantastic drill for you to help you hit straighter shots. Get rid of shots like this. No one wants to hit shots like that. And to begin to control the face, learn how to control the face with irons and drivers, but we're going to start with irons and start hitting shots like this. Stronger, longer, straighter, better hit. With a really simple drill that you can use on the range, on the course, even at home. Start feeling the club face. If you like the information in this video, hit that like button down below, really helps the channel out. Also, I have a free weekly newsletter, which you can join for free. You get weekly, every Monday, golf tips, exclusive. Come and join the learning community. We're all learning together, and it's a bit more in-depth learning. So this drill is going to work really well for golfers who want to get control of their club face. And it's a common problem I see with all levels of golfers, basically how the club swings around your body, and we're talking about the orientation of the face. So if you're adding loft, taking loft on, twisting it what you might call open or close, so where it points as it moves around your body is going to have a huge effect on all the other things, the resulting things you often see if you record your swing. Meaning you record your swing and you see kind of chicken wing impacts, flick forward impacts. You might see over the top actions where you just can't control the club off. It always wants to come this way, never wants to get on the line you want it to get on for straighter shots. For many golfers, all those things are results of what we're talking about today. So what we're going to do is we're going to break down the wrist hinge in a really simplistic way that will allow you to start developing some good practices to controlling the face around your body. Bearing in mind, when you take the club face back, everything that's happening with the wrist and the angles of the face, because that's what's really going to angle the face around. So if I extend this wrist or I flatten it off or even bow it, it's going to change where the orientation of that face is all happening as you're focused down on the ball. You're not watching it. So it's a very feel-based skill. And what this drill is going to do is give you some control of the feel and preset that feel so you can feel what the correct movement's meant to feel like, because that's often the issue for students. Yes, I want you to do X, Y, and Z. Yeah, but how do I feel that is a common question. You know, I can't feel that. If I could just feel it, I would do it. This is how you feel it. So breaking the wrist down, when I set the club up, my wrist starts with the wrist basically hinged down. We call this ulnar deviation. If this is 0, we start with the wrist bent this way. And as we make a backswing, we deviate away from that ulnar, get to somewhere near level, sometimes even into a little bit of radial, so where it's hinged up. We also start with our wrist angled to our lead arm. And during the backswing, lots of good players often take some of this angle out, lots of it. Some of them even bow the wrist. So this deviation, as well as this deviation, is gonna really affect how that club face is controlled. And remember, all that is happening where you can't see it. So I want you to actually start practicing a few shots where you can see it. So take yourself into a setup position. I've got a medium iron here. I've got my 9 iron. You can, whatever you're comfortable hitting, where you feel like you can not have to concentrate too much on strikes. And I'm going to take my stance, and I'm going to just, from here, without changing my posture, I'm going to hinge from my wrist the club up, so it's parallel to the ground. So I've basically put the wrist hinge that's going to happen here in at the start. Now, the next movement, which is crucial to this, once you're set up and you've hinged it up so you're level with the ground, I can see the Strixon pad on my glove here. I'm going to turn that glove away. I don't want to see the writing of Strixon, I just want to see the pad. And you can see what that does to the face. And then from here, I'm going to hit a shot. And look what's happening to that shot. Look how straight it is. I mean, that is that's an arrow. So I'm hinging up, I can see the pad, and I'm just going to take that pad away, and then from there, I'm going to turn up to the top and just hit it. I mean, that's as far right as I feel I could hit that ball. Now, that one was slightly toeier, so that's come up short. You're going to hit a few funny strikes because you are starting from quite an abstract position. But the pre-setting of this wrist, with you then just turning up to the top, is what's going to allow you to feel where the wrist and in turn face should be as you take the club behind your body. And then hopefully on the way down, it'll follow a similar suit, because a common pattern we see is when amateurs can't control the face, they obviously can't control the direction of the ball, which leads to all the funky moves that we see in the swing. But the pattern is basically that they start controlling the face incorrectly, literally as they start the swing. So as they start the swing, their face is already running away from them, and then they never catch it up. They just can't recover that face. Which is why hitting shots with a preset wrist in this stronger fashion is going to train you to control the face a lot better. I mean, that's a skank strike and it's still just hitting the right side of the green. If I struck it out of the middle, that probably would have drawn. Don't be afraid if you hit some funny shots. Maybe work it into your warm-ups. There's a better one. There's a little draw shape. And you could also work in, when I do this with students, see how much further that's gone because the loft was better. I work in with students an exaggeration. And I love exaggerations with students because most students underdo an issue. So what I do is I get them to hinge it up, but then I ask them to turn it really far down. So they actually turn it down so they feel the wrist goes this way and hit a few shots. Because guess what? If you give people a feeling who struggle with shots off to the right, but you give them a feeling that allows them to hit these kind of shots, look at it turning left. That's a duff and a hook and a bad shot, but they're excited. They're like, whoa, look, that drew. I've never hit a draw. Yeah, because you're reacting to the club face. The more we can dial in your feelings of the face, the more we'll dial in the feelings of control in direction. Remember, this is an iron kind of warm-up drill. You can do it with a driver, it'd be hard to strike, but if you want to learn how to really push a driver on, this video's got loads of good information to help you control your wrists and the path a lot more.